Good morning. It's almost 4:30 a.m. Say hi to Luna. Hi, Luna. Hi, Luna. Gotta take my daughter to work. We are starting our second month of Straterra. This are the Amoxetine, whatever it's called. Anyway, 60 milligrams. We're increasing the dose. We felt no change in our ADHD-ness whatsoever with this, so we increased it. So let's try it. Also taking some Aleve. All right, I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Go give it. Well, good morning again. All right, it's about 5 a.m. and brought my daughter to work. And we're gonna get some Uber going this morning. We're gonna start off early this morning and I'm feeling great. Like I said in the last clip, I took my first higher dosage of Straterra. It's 80 milligrams, wait, 60 milligrams. I went from the 40 to the 60. So we're gonna see how it works. I thought I would talk about it just really quick before I get started. I noticed no change in my ADHD symptoms at all. In fact, I noticed nothing. And so starting school was a little difficult. Well, I'm aware of how my brain works now. It was trying to complicate things, and hold on one second. It was like it was trying to like overcomplicate you know, the stuff that they were teaching me, or us, the class. Like, so they would tell us about, like, say, hours of service and keeping our logs and how to figure out the hours of service, 7 days up, 8 days up for the 70 hours, 80 hours. And my brain wasn't understanding whatsoever. It was insane. It was just like, what? I mean, it took me a while to finally, they told me, Robin, calm your thoughts. And I started calming my thoughts, and I was able to understand it and figure it out. So now on to the next thing, trying to memorize, teaching myself to memorize and to learn things. We're learning on air brakes. So I got the flashcards and I wrote all the stuff down on the air brakes, all the steps you need to do. So I need to make sure I understand it, and we're gonna have like a test on it on tomorrow, Saturday. So he's gonna have us go through the steps of the air brake. So I've just been replaying it over and over and over. The instructor was kind enough to make a video for us, and I went ahead and made the video, and then I put captions so that way I can read it while he's saying it. I'm doing everything I can to memorize this information. But yeah, I bought me some mechanical pencils, nice erasers, so when we're doing the our logs, these are good to have. But yeah, no difference. So we're gonna see in the Straterra. So we're gonna see how the next dosage up works, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see the difference in school and learning things. Say, like, for instance, when we were driving, learning the double clutch and shifting the gears, I just want to get in there and do it. Like, my brain is like 2 steps ahead of what's going on. I'm like, let me just so I started being more mindful and saying, you know, I'm just gonna calm down, think about being present and learning this stuff. But all in all, I understand the concept. I'm able to double clutch and upshift. Gonna, you know, I just need more practice. We've only did it one day, so it was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, driving that big old thing. We didn't have the trailer, just the the tractor, just the bobcat, the bobtail, sorry. But yeah, it was quite something. I got to honk the horn for the first time. I honk honk, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, this is some really cool stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna get some rides, and I will catch up with you guys later. Have a blessed day. Good morning. Yay, let's go make some money. Happy Friday. Oh my gosh, let me tell you guys what a ding dong I am. Well, it is 6:45. I only did 2 Ubers, 2 airport rides, and I kind of started getting sleepy, so I came to my Walmart parking lot in my zone, and I was like, well, since it's only, I think it was like 6:25 or something, I was like, let me turn Spark on, and I'll turn HEB Favor on, and yeah, so that way I can kind of stay awake. Well, anyway, I kind of closed my eyes, and I was waiting for something to come through, and it was like 6:40, 6:38, and I looked at my phone, and I realized I have my phone on Do Not Disturb still. Until 7, I have it set like that. So I looked, and I missed 3 HEB home deliveries and the first Walmart. I was like, gosh darn it. So I did I got one, which is actually, I'm gonna say it's perfect, because I'm not wearing tennies, I'm wearing sandals, and I didn't bring my wagon with me. So this one, I think it's 4 miles for $16, and it's only 10 items between all of them. There's no waters, one's an apartment and 2 houses. So I just took that one. God, I'm such a dork. But yeah, well, I got to close my eyes for a couple minutes, so that was nice. Still working on some coffee. And I was going through the air brake test. I got them here, right here. The first test we're gonna do, the first air brake test we're gonna do is the governor cut-in, cut-out test. To do this, we're gonna fan our brakes down to 100 PSI, and then allow them to rebuild themselves up again. I have my window rolled down to hear a burst of air. This should happen in between 120 and 140 PSI. And then I'm going to fan the brakes. And then I'm going to increase my RPMs to help speed up the process. And then we increase the RPMs. And then a little later, we hear the burst of air, and they're working properly. Yeah. Now I'm going to turn off my truck, and I'm going to put it into the on position so my gauges are still working. So yeah, I'm getting it down. I'm getting it down. I keep forgetting parts. So for the air brakes, it's what did he tell us? Gals for governor, airline linkage rate, low air warning, and spring brakes. That's gals. Those are all the different ones. And then the other one, he said PTSD. It's parking, parking brake, emergency brake, service brake, and done. So I'm getting it. Oh my god, I'm so proud of myself. I've been working on memorizing that for, I think, since Monday. I've been really working on it. I want to make myself proud. Anyway, I'm gonna start heading over there to the pickup right over there. Sorry about that. All right, I'll see you guys in just a little bit. All right, we got 1, 2, and then I didn't realize one was alcohol. Gosh darn it. 7 a.m. You better answer. Have your ID ready. All right, let's go get these delivered. Kind of feels nice to be out walking around doing deliveries. It feels really good outside. I just did the first delivery. This big old tree, can't really see, it's huge. Out with the birds on this beautiful morning. Thank you for this beautiful day. All right, second one is done. Let's go do the third one. Well, that wasn't even an alcohol order. It was a non-alcoholic Budweiser. Ew. Well, that worked out really well. All right, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm in Alamo Heights. They have like the nicest houses here. I don't know if you can see that one. It's beautiful. I hear the birds. All right, I think I'm gonna do some Uber. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, get some more money. I am about to get my car washed. It is so dirty. Oh my gosh. Very, very dirty. We had some rain here. I don't know if you could see. Little pre-wash action. Into car. It's actually one of my most favorite things to do. It really is worth to get the membership. I think I got that. Good stuff. It is 2:30 in the afternoon. We're out for our second shift. We're at, I think, 100 or so dollars with Uber. I only worked till like 11:30. I did that one Walmart Spark. So yeah, we're gonna just do this, get her all wiped out, wiped down. Okay, I just gotta go and dry her off. Let's wipe this thing down. They're so nice here. I think I'm here at least 3 times, well, 4 times a week sometimes, depending on like, I have pollen on my tree. But, you know, when you have a black car, everything shows, but it's okay. We love her. It's our money maker. One of the most important spots I always forget is the rearview mirrors, and they get all spotty. Brody. Alright, let me finish drying. I come back in real quick. for some breeze. All right, that was a nice little workout. All right, so it's almost 2 o'clock. I'm gonna turn some oobs on, or whatever, you know, I'm just gonna go with the flow. So I would like to be done, regardless, whatever, by 7, so I could go home and finish, you know, study my air brake test before I go to sleep. That way it'll be fresh in my mind, and yeah, I have to be at school at 8 a.m., so it'd be nice to get a good night's sleep for that. All right, we'll see you just a little later, unless anything significant happens. Hope you're doing great. Hey, hi there. Hi, I'm home. It is, let's see, I don't know if you can see over there, it's like 8:30 something, 8:34. I think I've been home for a good hour and a half. Maybe I think I got home around 7. I think, I can't remember. But I was gonna do some yoga, but I was too tired, so I just did some. I did karaoke. I have my karaoke machine and my microphone, and that's how I kind of unwind my brain. Let's do some karaoke. Yeah, I sang some Carpenters, some Kings of Leon. What else? Sheryl Crow. What else? Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks, Pat Benatar. I don't sound like them, but I think I did pretty good. I love to sing. Yeah, I ended up having a pretty decent day. I wrote down my totals. After I did the car wash, I just did strictly Uber, rideshare. And yeah, pretty busy. I think I did 17 rides through the whole day. And with Uber, I made $188.09 with a $10 cash tip. Somebody tipped me $20 earlier. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was really, really, really grateful for that. That was really nice. And then I did one Lyft ride. Made $6.85 on that one. And then with Spark, I did that one $16.81 for a grand total of $221.75. It was pretty good. I feel really good today, coming, you know, midway and kind of napping, and yeah, I got me a McDonald's coffee. Yeah, I felt really good. I started getting really tired. I was very grateful because the last ride I took was to pick them up. I dropped somebody off the airport, and they were, if it was earlier in the day, I totally would have taken these. I was one for $43 to go to Helotes, which is like a 40 minute drive or so. And then there was like a $30+ to go to New Braunfels, which is like another 40+ minute. But it was too late in the day for me. I did not have the stamina for that at this time. I mean, I've been driving off and on since 5 a.m. So I was like, no thanks, I appreciate it. Not even the money was gonna help make that any better. But yeah, so I dropped off one at the airport, and then I was able to pick another one. I declined those long rides, and I got a ride to bring me back closer to my place, and then just came right home. Yeah, it was perfect. Everything was great today. This one young girl, there's a lot of like young females that I pick up from the base, and or you know what have you, and a lot of them have never had Ubers before. They're new to town. So this one young girl, I picked her up more on the hospital side, BAMC side, Brooke Army Medical Center, and I think she says she's Army. But anyway, she didn't really know how to use the Uber, so when I picked her up, she's like, she sits in the front seat. A lot of new people, when they've never done Uber, they just get in the front. I'm like, that's fine.
She was the second person today. Just get in the front. Um, anyway, I'm driving to wherever I'm supposed to be taking her. It just says the street name. It doesn't have what it is. And she's like, "We're going to my storage unit. Do you think you're going to be able to wait for me and help me put some of my put my stuff from the storage into bring it back here?" And I was like, I was like, I don't know. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And in my, I didn't say this, but in my brain, I was like, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Is it because I'm wearing a muscle shirt? I mean, then I want me to go get a workout. And she's like, I just have this really big bag and another, her army bag with all her stuff, like all these bags. So I'm thinking in my brain, I would want somebody to help my children. So I was like, that's fine, I'll help you. But um, I didn't want to think about it. I just got there we got to the storage, and apparently it's like in an elevator, and she had to go to the second floor, and she was gonna have to bring all this stuff down. So my mommy side turned on, and I was like, "Do you want me to go up there with you?" I pulled my Kia, backed it up to the entrance of where the elevator was, and she's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "All right." Jesus. Anyway, so it had like one of those carts in there, like a small flatbed cart, and we go up to the storage unit, and I'm standing aside because I don't want to be in her boundaries. And she's real nice young lady, 25 years old, and so I help her get her big old bag and her other couple bags, and it fills up the cart. And I'm just in my brain, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I was her Uber driver, because I don't mind doing this kind of stuff. And it was a $7 ride, it's like whatever. But when I told her in the elevator, I told her, I'm glad that you didn't add a stop, because I don't take multiple stops. Like if it comes up and it says a multiple stop, I won't take it. I'll just, I like, because people take too long when you take them to go do something. A lot of times they take forever. And so she's like, oh, I didn't know you could add a stop. And I was like, yeah, but I'm glad you didn't, because, it can help you. And she's like, yeah, I don't know. I've never used Uber, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, it's totally fine. So we get to back to the bottom floor, I put my seats down, put her stuff. And then I go, I don't know. I'm going to just play cool. Like, I'm getting you on base. But since I don't have your ride on my app, I don't think they'll want to see it. They'll just want to make sure we both have our cards. Luckily, we get to the gate, and they just wanted to see our cards, because a lot of times they're really strict. Unless you have an Uber ride on your app, they want to make sure. But yeah, just whatever. Got there, and I helped her take her stuff down. I couldn't, go any further than that. And she's like, well, how do I pay you? And I'm like, if you want, just add a tip on there. That's not a big deal. Just whatever you feel like you want to add. It's not a problem. And she's like, well, can you show me? And I'm like, no, just do whatever. And I look, she doesn't have the app. She was doing it from her browser or something. And I was like, oh, I go, don't worry about it. I wanted to help you. This is something I wanted to do. She's like, no, I can't let you do that. And I'm like, no, it's totally fine. I promise. In my mind, I just want to get going already. And so she pulls out $10. She's like, well, at least let me give you this. I'm like, that's plenty. You did great. Thank you. Hold on, Shelby's starting. Shelby, can I help you? Shelby. Hi, Luna. Hi, Luna. There's my karaoke machine. Shelby. Stop. You be all lady? Luna got freeze. Shelby. It's my zoo. Anyway, so yeah, that was done. It's crazy, right? But like I said, I'm glad she got me as her Uber driver, because I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I did a couple more, and I was done. I was physically and mentally exhausted. Look at this cat. Nobody said he could ever sit on the counter. Friendalin. 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 Ikaw night. Yeah, that's not just great. That's just nice. That's just so cool. Just sit on the counters, please. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, it was a full day. I think I said I did 17 rides. It was, all kind of people from just all over. Lots of conversations. My brain, ya me cansé. So I'm gonna get ready and settle down for the night, and I'm gonna do my air brake test. I'm gonna go through my flashcards, so that way I'm ready for tomorrow whenever they have us do it. Let's see, we have, what is our governor, cut and cut out, air leakage rate test, low air warning test, spring brake test, and then we do another safe start, and then we have parking brake, emergency brake, service brake. Yeah, and then we're gonna, because yeah, that's it. There we go. Here we are. So I'm gonna just keep going over those, and yeah, I'm so sleepy. But I just hope everybody had an amazing day. And I can't believe today's Friday. It feels like it's Monday since I go to school Saturday and Sunday. I feel like tomorrow's Monday. It feels really weird. But I want to it's already almost 9, so I want to get a good night's sleep. So I'm ready to get on the road tomorrow. Anyway, have a good evening. Good night, everybody.